How is an estate planning lawyer like a retail store salesperson? I was thinking the other day how similar the two are. I started out in retail sales as a 16-year-old growing up around Foley outlet stores. I worked in a couple of the stores there all the way until probably maybe 6 years ago. I worked retail off and on. And the stores I worked in really valued customer service. And so the last store, as an example, the last store I worked at was Eddie Bauer. I love Eddie Bauer clothes. I've worn them for years. So I worked there and got the discount. That's one of the things when you work at a retail store, you get the discount, which is just awesome. But they really put a premium on customer service. And so what I learned is that when customers walked in the door, they walked in with oftentimes a specific need. They had a problem that needed to be solved. For example, a woman might walk in and I say, "What do you need?" She's like, "I need a pair of pants." Well, we got several types of pants. What do you need? What type of pants are you looking for? And she may say, "I need hiking pants." I'm like, "Okay, so tell me about the hiking. What are you going to be doing? Where are you going to be going?" And she would tell me what specifically she was going to be doing. And so, for example, it may be, "This is my first time to ever go hiking. I'm going on a day hike with a new boyfriend." And so we would talk about, what she needed, where she was going, and I would show her some pants that would meet those needs and keep her comfortable, just kind of meet the needs that she had. And then I would ask, "Well, what type of top are you going to wear?" It's like, "Oh, just no t-shirt." I'm like, no, you don't want to wear a t-shirt. It's July or August in Alabama and it is blazing hot. So let me show you this shirt that keeps the sweat away from you so that you don't feel all sweaty and nasty, because you don't want to feel that way when you're on a first date. And so on a date. And so I showed her those shirts. They were kind of cute, but they also have the sun protection in it. So she doesn't have to lather up in so much sunscreen. And so I'd go through the different things that she might need. Like, do you need a backpack? What are you going to be carrying your water in? You don't want to carry a water bottle in your hand. You may need extra water. So I would be able to show her a backpack that was just good for daytime use. So I showed her all these things that met what she needed. She didn't walk in knowing she needed those things. She walked in with the understanding of, "I'm going to hike and need some hiking pants." That's all she thought she needed. But as I explained everything she would need for hiking, then she's like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense." So I was able to meet those needs. Same thing with the estate planning lawyer. People come in to see me saying, "I just need a simple will." I'm like, "Okay, great. We do simple wills. What can I, tell me about your situation?" And so it may be a couple that just got married. They've been previously divorced. And so now they've found each other, they've gotten married, and they're blending their families together. And she may tell me, "Well, he has a house, I have a house. We're going to live in my house. We're going to keep his house. And we want to make sure his house goes to his children from his prior marriage." Like, well, a simple will is not probably the best thing you need. You probably, to meet that goal, you may need a trust. You may need something else, but I don't know the simple will is going to meet that need. And so then we start talking and they say, "Well, and we want to make sure that Susie doesn't get anything from our estate." I'm like, "Well, why don't you want Susie to get anything from your estate?" "Well, Susie has autism and she's nonverbal. She's never going to be able to support herself and she's receiving government assistance. So we want to make sure she can keep receiving government assistance." And so then I go, "Well, you need a special needs trust." So as they are talking, as these clients are telling me what they need, they came in with a problem and they thought the problem was just, we only need a will. And yes, everybody needs to have at a minimum a will, but that is a minimum. But so as these clients are telling me everything that they need, all their circumstances, all their goals and their family situation, a simple will may not, and in that scenario isn't the best thing for that family. So just like I did with that customer in that Eddie Bauer store, as I listened to her, found out what her problem was, the whole problem, I was able to solve that with some options. That's the same thing I do with clients in estate planning. Clients come in with a problem, and I'm able to offer that solution to them by listening to them and trying to cater what to them what they need. It may not be what they have communicated they wanted initially, but after I've been able to talk to them, get their goals, and then educate them about what they really need to meet those goals, oftentimes they will go forward and do that. Not every time. Just like with the customer, some customers bought the shirt, the hiking pant, the pants, and the backpack, and all those other things. And sometimes like, nope, I only want the pants. Sometimes clients come in and say, I want a simple will. I explain to them after they've told me their whole story that this is what you really need to meet your needs and solve your problem. They still sometimes go, nope, just want to do a simple will. That's okay with me. It's the client's decision what they want to do. It's my job to educate them and give them the advice they need to make the best decision for them. Oftentimes they'll eventually go back and do the other stuff too. But I just wanted to share just a few minutes about how those are similar, and how I've drawn from, amazingly so, drawn from my retail sales experience to help clients here, because it's about solving problems. Clients come in with a problem, and I want to help solve those problems. So Tanya Hendricks, estate planning lawyer here in Huntsville, Alabama. Call if you need to talk to a lawyer about your estate plan. I hope you have a great day.